Welcome to the Nomin Pod, where we talk relevant and interesting basketball topics. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and leave a like or a comment on your favorite topic today. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
All right. So I want to start it off talking about the future of the Trailblazers. All right.
Mhm.
So so you saw last night, right? They won. They won by 2 points. Even
Yeah,
though they didn't have Lillard, they didn't have Simons, Grant, or any of their
didn't have
main
the whole
players.
starting five,
It was basically
basically.
just Sharp. But Chauncey Billups said that they weren't rolling out Lillard and them playing, even though I think that's a damn lie. I'm not gonna lie.
He doesn't want to
But
get that fine.
exactly. But do you think it's time for them to trade Lillard, or you and rebuild around Sharp and Simons, or you think they should trade some of their young pieces to try to contend now?
I just trade Lillard at this point. I feel like I watch Shaden play against the Kings the last two games before yesterday. He was cooking. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
He was
Shaden's really
carrying
good.
them. I was like, Shaden and Anthony, that might be tough.
hmm
And let Dame compete for like a real title somewhere else.
You know, something I also saw that was interesting. You know, the Blazers have 10 players entering free agency this year.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, 5 are restricted, and then 1 has a team option. But the other 4, one of the notable names is Jeremy Grant. Do you think they should just let Jeremy Grant walk or try to do a sign and trade for a younger player?
I don't know. Like, depends on the price. Like, if the price is right, I maybe consider bringing him back, but he didn't really even do much this year.
Yeah, he really didn't.
Like,
He's still a good player though.
like if he your
So
second best player, you ain't really winning.
that is true.
So I don't
But
even really know.
so if they were to trade Lillard, do you think that they would trade that they should get rid of Nurkic and Grant as well?
Yeah, might as
Okay.
well.
Okay. So leading into that, I want to talk about the future of the Mavericks as well. So the Mavericks we've seen the last like 5 games. I don't think they've won a single one, have they?
Now they're like 1-7 the last 8 games.
So they have 8 free agencies in the upcoming class, and only one of those are restricted. Now, I do want to ask a question. Do you think the problem is the defense that they have, or do you think it's the coaching?
Mostly defense because Luca he can cover up the coaching mostly. He's that good, but like they got no wing defenders who can guard anyone, and the centers can't even really rebound. They got Powell. He like 6'8". Like
That's true.
dude is
I
not
saw,
that guy.
I saw Pillow trying to clamp up the other night, and that was yeah, that was
I
not
saw him. I
working.
saw him try to play JaVale yesterday, but I feel like it's too late for that.
Way too
But
late. And you see Luca last night,
hmm
how bad he was playing.
yeah,
But you also see in an interview, I don't know if you saw this or not, but Luca basically said he wasn't motivated to play basketball anymore.
he talking about he wasn't having fun no more.
Exactly.
Like what?
So, with all of that in mind, because I honestly, there's a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, they should trade Luca. Just let Luca leave." Luca's untouchable. They could go 1-81. Luca's not
Yeah,
getting traded.
Luca's staying no matter what. Unless
Exactly.
he requests a trade, he's gonna stay there no matter what.
But do you think Kyrie Irving is coming back?
I don't know. Like if they're the only team offering him like his significant money, I can see it. But I know like the Lakers want D'Lo back, and they probably don't want him. So I don't know any other team that would pay him a max from this go to their team. So
Yeah,
Dallas is probably the best option.
sadly, yeah. But I don't know if
hmm
I don't know if he'd be willing to take a bag to go to a shittier team. Like at this point,
Just depends how bad. Like I feel like most bad teams wouldn't even like give him. a contract or like want him on the team.
I will
There's no
say
point where you can just develop the younger guys.
the Mavericks' problem is probably a lot easier. They just need to get rid of Christian Wood. He doesn't pair well with Luka and Kyrie. Get rid of Christian Wood. Get like a solid wing defender. You could even get a Josh Richardson, which is a good wing defender, and he's pretty
Nah,
cheap.
he too little.
Well, you get a big man and a wing.
Yeah, just
You
not
just need
Richardson. He,
you
he
just
too
need
small
some
for
sort of
that.
defender,
You
man.
need to do like 6'8" at least.
You could go out. I mean, the Raptors constantly talking about an asking price on OG. I don't know if you want to give up all your picks to get OG, but you could go
Nah,
get OG.
nah. I wouldn't do that if I was them. Then they
All right.
trade a lot of picks for Kyrie. At least two, right?
I think they traded
Maybe
two
one.
picks. I think it was only one pick actually. I think it was Spencer Dinwiddie, uh, Dorian Finney-Smith, and then one pick
Uh,
because his asking price was really low with all of this controversy.
hmm
But did you watch the Bucks and Celtics game on Friday?
Yeah, I had it on in the background. I didn't really
Oh
watch
my
it, but
God!
yeah,
Tatum had 15 points in the second quarter.
yeah, shit's crazy. Lost by like 40 points, dude. It's
Yeah,
tough.
Drew Holiday had 51 the night before, and then ended up at the halftime shooting 1 for 7. And
Yeah, he did whatever he did the game before against
yeah,
like Indiana or something.
the Bucks shot 13% from three, and they had 8 turnovers just at halftime.
Yeah, that's
Now
tough.
they got destroyed by 41 points, and Brown and Tatum combined for 70. You think
hmm
if the Bucks and the Celtics met each other in the playoffs, the same outcome would happen?
No, if I could just another regular season game, it was like a back to back, so
That is
I don't
true.
really read into it that much because like in the playoffs, the Bucks ain't gonna do that anytime, any game. It's just a regular season game.
I will
If
say
I just looked at it any other game,
41 points is crazy though.
yeah.
All right. So, you've been seeing Russell Westbrook here lately. He's been hooping.
hmm
Okay. And now, as a Clipper, he's averaging 15, 4, and 7. And he's honestly shooting not too bad. You know, a lot of people used him as a scapegoat in LA. Well, he's still in LA, but on the Lakers. But of those games since acquiring Westbrook, they're only 8 and 9. Do you do you think that if the playoffs started today and they had to play the Suns, you think they'd have enough to get past the Suns without Paul George?
No, I don't think so.
Because I think I read it said that Paul George was going to be injured until at least the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
So he
if
might come
PG
back in the second
ain't
round.
playing, if he ain't playing, they lose in first round.
Yeah, especially with Westbrook's track record in the playoffs.
I wouldn't even say that for real. They just don't got enough firepower.
Man, they got
Like
Batum shooting 9 for 9.
Kawhi can get you consistent 30, and then everything else is just who knows.
Yeah, I think isn't Powell injured too, Norm?
I don't
It,
think
it
so.
might have been game today. Last I saw.
Yeah.
All right. Now the rookies this year. I'm gonna say, in my opinion, there's been 6 standouts, 2 disappointments, and 2 concerns. So my 6 standouts. Number 1 is Keegan Murray. That man is probably the best three-point shooting rookie I've ever seen, and he can fit
Yep.
in with any team. He can play good defense, you know.
Like, he can play on any playoff team in the league right now.
hmm And he can only get better. So then you got Benedict Mathurin. He was averaging 16 off the bench, and he's in the running for Sixth Man of the Year as a rookie.
hmm
Like, that's impressive. Jaden Ivey as well. He's averaging 15, 4, and 5, and he's fast as hell, electric. He can definitely be a future star for the Pistons as long as they. I mean, once Cade comes back, I don't think that Pistons team is as bad as it's been this year.
Yeah, if K come back, they could maybe fight for the play-in next year,
Exactly.
possibly.
And they're gonna get a they're probably gonna get a top 3 pick this year, which means you're either gonna get Scoot. I don't think they're gonna get Vic.
Nah,
They'll
they might
probably
get
get.
Brandon Miller if they
That's
don't
what
get
I
the
was
number
gonna
one.
say.
If they get
I
two,
haven't
maybe
because
three.
that's their only spot that they really need to fill is a wing.
Yeah, just traded Sadiq Bey. I don't know why he was tough, but
Yeah, he was tough. And then Walker Kessler. I am not gonna lie. Once the Jazz traded for Walker Kessler, I was like, he's just gonna be a role player. He ain't gonna do much. That man is
hmm
crazy good. That man in a few years could be what Rudy Gobert was.
facts.
And then Jalen Williams,
hmm
another dude that kind of flew under the radar of a lot of people, but dude is all around as hell, and in the future could be an all defensive player.
hmm
And then Paolo. I mean, everybody. I think a lot of people, whenever he first got picked, though, they thought Jabari Smith or Chet should go first. And then once he actually got some playing time on the Magic, and then
Yeah, once
he
people saw
actually,
him in the summer league, he was cooking dudes.
exactly. And they were like, oh, he's good as fuck, and he's averaging almost 20. He does need to improve his 3 point shot though. That 3 point shot
Yeah,
kind of broke.
his percentages aren't that good, but
He's
I
shooting like
guess you do that
29% from
when
three.
you're on a when you're on a bad team,
Exactly. No
just trying to
expectations.
find your ways. Yeah, I was
Now,
looking like I didn't know they won 30 games. I was surprised.
exactly.
I'm like when they won 30,
Bro,
like they could actually like compete next year maybe.
Markel's good. Cole Anthony's still good. Wendell's good.
Yeah, I don't really like Jalen Suggs though. I feel
Nah,
like
Jalen Suggs.
I
Nah,
really never
he
thought he was that
overrated.
good in college, and then when they took him like top five or something.
Dude can't shoot. Dude can't shoot for shit. You might as well just use him as a playmaker. He's like a light Killian Hayes. That's all he is. All
Kenton
right,
Hayes, but more athletic.
exactly. Could play better defense. Killian Hayes, I don't. That man fooled everyone. I don't know how he got in the league.
I don't know. He's a really good defender though. That's I guess he can get a couple assists here and there, but that's about it.
I will say the bad. Dyson Daniels has been kind of a disappointment for me. He was
Nah, nah,
picked.
nah. What
Listen,
the
listen,
thing is,
listen. The people he was picked ahead of, though. Jalen Williams, he was picked ahead of. He was picked ahead of Jalen Duren, picked ahead of AJ Griffin and Tari Eason. All
you
that
said
just to
AJ
average.
Griffin. I won't say even AJ Griffin because the thing is like Dyson, like you don't really play that much. And when you do play, he's behind a bunch of dudes. It's like Keegan. Like if Keegan was like on the Magic, he might have average like 20 a game, but he has to
But
play a role on a good team.
but it's different with Keegan because Keegan can, regardless of if he's getting 5 shots a night, he's gonna make like 3 of them. He's gonna play good
Yeah,
defense.
he a
He's gonna
better
get
shooter,
boards.
but yeah, but
Dyson
like when
Daniels, it seems
I
like if he
watch,
don't have the ball in his hands, he can't do much.
yeah, but that's the thing though. He's on any other team, he might cook. When you got Bi, CJ, even like Trey Murphy, like there's limited time, limited minutes, shots, everything. He's got to play defense, get rebounds, like you know what I mean?
That is true. I guess I could see that.
Like I already know who your last disappointment gonna be.
Wait, what'd you say?
Sad, I already know who your last disappointment's gonna be.
Who's that?
Johnny Davis.
Yes, that dude is ass.
I saw a thing like a couple months ago. Like he wasn't even cooking in the G League.
That dude
But
is trash as fuck. He's shooting like 30%, averaging 3 points. Dude is
yeah,
horrible.
like when people was talking about him pre-draft, they was talking about how like all of his shots he was making, like contested shots, and like that shit wasn't going in the NBA. So like maybe that's why, really. But like
Shit, I don't know.
he should be cooking now because the Wizards aren't that good. I don't even know. Are they in the
Exactly.
play-in?
Nah, they're out of the play-in now.
Yeah.
The
So
Bulls just clinched the last spot to the play-in.
yeah, I watched that game yesterday.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that, man. All right, and then I got two concerns. One of them's just like a personal concern. The other one's an actual health concern. I think my personal concern is Jalen Duren. He's good as fuck. Don't get me wrong. But the game's constantly evolving, and he can't shoot a three at all. I don't think I've ever even seen him attempt
I
one.
mean, that's a lot of bigs though, especially like rookie year,
But
like
Walker
Walker
Kessler,
Kessler.
he can shoot a little.
But the thing is, like, the roles aren't to shoot though.
I guess that's true.
It,
It's
it's
just
it's like
a little
Isaiah
worrisome.
Stewart. He wasn't really shooting like that, and then
Oh yeah,
he
now
worked on
he's
his
shooting like
shot, and he shoot
40%.
like 40.
I think he's close to 40, ain't it?
Nah, it's probably like 35, if that.
I thought it was. I think it was at one point. It was close to 40 then.
Maybe like 40%, like one attempt a game, maybe.
No, I know who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Nas Reed, not Isaiah Stewart.
But like, I feel like Duran, he been like pretty good. Like they got Bagley, Wiseman, fucking who else they got now? Stewart. Like there's
Yeah, they got
got a bunch
Stewart.
of bigs now.
They gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do with all the bigs.
Mhm.
But then my last concern, I think it's a lot of people's concern. I think you know this too. It's Chet Holmgren. It's like the first bit of physicality he got on the NBA level, immediately injured his foot. I'm worried he's gonna be like an AD.
I feel
Shit, you good?
Yeah, I feel like that was
All right.
a fluke play though. Like in the what was it? Pro-Am League
That was,
against LeBron,
yeah, I
like
think that was a Drew League, right?
something like that. It was some Pro-Am over there, but that's a fluke play. I feel like.
Shit, I don't know. Just he gonna have to add some more muscle for
Yeah,
sure.
he does.
All right, now I want to. We were just talking about Walker Kessler. I want to look back at the Rudy Gobert trade because even to this day, you still see like the impacts of the Rudy Gobert trade with the trade market. So the Donovan Mitchell trade was also huge for the Jazz, and I think even though that was a big trade and the Cavs got way better, I think the most impactful trade was Rudy Gobert's trade. The trade itself was Rudy Gobert to the Timberwolves for Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Patrick Beverly, Leandre Bolmoro, which that dude is out of the league already, Walker Kessler, and then 5 future picks. 4 were unprotected and one's a pick swap. But of those players named, Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt are on the Lakers now. Pat Bev is now on the Bulls. Bolmero, he isn't even in the NBA anymore. And the only one who stayed for the Jazz was Walker Kessler, as well as those future prospects. And the Timberwolves went from 46 to 36 the previous season to now, I think it's 40 and 39, which is only 2.5 games above the Jazz. Now, you've seen the value of trades. It seems like most people don't know what the market of trades are. So like, even we were just talking about how Lillard should get traded. It's hard to value a market for him now because even DeJounte Murray got traded for 4 picks.
Mhm.
So I, it's just even Kevin Durant was traded for, I think it was 5 first-round picks. Like before whenever you were trading a superstar player, you might get a young star and then like a decently good player and then 2 future picks. But now it seems like a whole organization is completely banning their future from them to get a superstar.
Yeah, I feel like Dame, like he's not KD, so I want like like 5 first-round picks for him. Plus he's older, but you can say the same for KD, but he's not KD. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
I feel like if I was like I don't know.
But I
Like
will
if I
say
was a team training for
with
Dame, I
Lillard,
want like 3 picks max. That's what
with
I would
Lillard
do.
though, you could say he was. I would say this personally. He was probably the best point guard this year.
He wasn't, dude.
Yes. Who's better?
Dude, the stats don't mean shit if you're not winning, dude.
Yeah, the reason they ain't winning is because their second best player is Jeremy Grant, like you said. Like you said,
No,
your second best
bro.
player, Jeremy Grant, you ain't winning shit.
He's still not the best though. When he was playing, they were still losing.
Shit, but he was hooping. So
Yeah,
you think if he has that kind of production on a different team, they're still gonna lose though?
depends on the team and the talent.
Let's say he went to the shit. I'm trying to think of a. Let's say he goes to the Nets. What type of production you think he gets there? You think he leads into a top four seed?
No, fuck no.
What about the
Maybe
Timberwolves?
like 5 or 6.
What about Timberwolves?
Who they give up?
Let's say they give up. Let's say they give up Towns and a couple picks. They don't really have any picks, really. It'd be hard for the Timberwolves to
Yeah,
trade.
if they do that, only way they're winning is because of Ant, not because of Dame.
I guess I could see that. I just, I just can't believe that a team would give up 5 future first round picks for Gobert, as well as all those players. Because
I mean,
if you look at it now, Walker Kessler could basically be what Rudy Gobert was. So you just traded Rudy Gobert for a younger Rudy Gobert, as well as 5 picks.
hmm I feel like the Timberwolves thought they was one piece away, so that's probably why they overpaid. But
They
I
probably
don't know.
was one piece away, but it would have been better to sign somebody than to trade all their assets.
Like if they didn't like trade for Rudy when they held on to the picks, they could have got like KD or something.
Yeah, I mean they could have kept Jared Vanderbilt too. Jared Vanderbilt was huge for them that year whenever they made the play in.
hmm I don't know. It just depends. Like Dame is good, but I don't think he's the best guard in the league. Just because you put up numbers on a shit team, that shit don't move me. Because people saying the same shit with De'Aaron Fox. He was averaging like 25, but the team is not good. No one gave bro respect.
Hey, I gave him his respect always. I gotta give people flowers regardless.
Yeah, but people don't care about your opinion though. You know what I mean?
Shit. I mean, I'm on the pod right now, so I hope some people care.
You ain't the one in the media on live TV fucking hyping dudes up.
That is true, but man, they hype up anybody that's on the Lakers or hype them down. If it's
Right,
Westbrook, bro,
like
he gonna get
like
shitted on
Austin Reeves,
regardless.
like shooting the most free throws in March. Like, come on, bro.
Exactly. Free throw merchant.
Facts.
But we were just talking about Durant. You've seen his 3 return games. One of them was bad. The other 2 were extremely good.
hmm
First game he shot 27%, only had 16 points, and they still won by 7 points against the Timberwolves. Then scored 30, shooting 73%, in another 7 point win. This time against the 1 seeded Nuggets. And then
Mickey Mouse, one seeded
la-
Nuggets.
a still
Well,
was, regardless if they didn't have
Jokic didn't
Jokic.
play, but
But Sunday night, which was last night, he put up 35, shooting 62% in a blowout win against the Thunder. Now, these performances, and even whenever he's not good and when he's good, they still win. You think this shows the Suns of the team to beat out west, or do you think it's
mm,
just a conflict of strength of scheduling for them?
I mean they top two. I don't know if they're the favorites, but it's close between them and Denver. But I don't know.
I think a
I
lot of
feel
people
like
are sleeping on Denver.
yeah, like everybody's telling me, oh, I don't know about Jokic in the playoffs and this and that. But like the last 2 playoffs, they didn't even have their first or second or their second and third best players. So
Hmm.
I don't even really know how to measure them. But shit, I don't know.
Like the only thing you can truthfully say about the Nuggets is they blew a 3-1 lead. That's about it. Or was it?
Nah, they came
No,
back
they
from
didn't blow
3-1.
it. Yeah, they came down 3-1. No, the only thing you can truthfully say about the Nuggets, they lost conference finals with. I think Jamal Murray got injured at that time, though, didn't he? Or did he
Once
get
he
injured
got
the
hurt, but
next
like
year?
he tweaked something like an ankle or something. I think.
So
The, the, the,
realistically, if he didn't tweak it, they could have beat the Lakers that year.
nah, In 2020, they wasn't being the Lakers.
Shit. I don't know. The Heat took him to 6. Jimmy took him to 6. Not even the
It
Heat.
was a fluke 6. It was like
Hey,
5. It should have been
hey.
5, but the thing is, like, they was getting dominated even when Murray was healthy. He didn't get hurt till like, what was it? It went to 5, like game 4 maybe.
Shit, I guess that's true.
It was the next year where like he tore his ACL. Well, they probably could have done something, but
That next year he was going crazy.
he wasn't going crazy. But he was good.
Nah, he going crazy. I don't know if he'll ever get back to what he was in the bubble though.
He won't because I was only in the bubble.
Hey,
I
the
ain't never
players in the
seen
bubble were
TJ
different.
Warren since.
Hey, hey, Jimmy humbled that man. That's all I gotta say.
I guess.
But let's talk about this weekend and all the games this weekend. So the Lakers are finally above 500. It seems like it's been forever since they're above 500, and
First time this year. First time since like sometime last year, I think.
hmm and it's completely due to the fact that Anthony Davis decided he's gonna start playing like Anthony Davis and not like a wet fucking noodle.
Hmm.
But that was interesting to see. Then the Knicks beat the Cavs. I think it was Friday night. You see Jalen Brunson go off for 48.
Hmm.
That man, that man stay having some crazy games.
I
Mavs should
remember
have kept him
people's talking about overpay, but I say he getting the right amount of money for what he does for him.
for sure, for
Like
sure.
if he's not on the team, they probably not top 6.
I'll be honest. Right now he probably better than Kyrie.
Nah,
Shit, debatable.
he's not. But he's really good.
Now Friday night, the Kings and the Bulls played the Hornets and the Trailblazers. We both blew them out like we were supposed to. Kings I didn't have a concern with because Kings they do that, but the Bulls it seems like they always play down to their competition. They finally didn't. Uh,
Yeah.
and then Friday, you had the battle for Wembanyama, which was the Pistons and the Rockets, and the Pistons proved to be the team that were just slightly more ass. The Mavericks lost twice this weekend. Once on Saturday to the Heat, and then again on Sunday to the Hawks in an overtime game. And I was really rooting for the Mavericks to beat the Hawks that Sunday, just because of personal bias, and I wanted the Bulls to be in the eighth seed. But Luka had other plans, I guess. And then the Bucks played the Sixers. It didn't really seem super competitive ever. They were blowing them out first quarter, and then the rest of the way they just kind of sailed. Giannis went off for
Yep.
33 and 14. And then what we got to talk about is the most exciting game this weekend, which was the Bulls and the Grizzlies. You know,
Exciting for you?
hey, for everyone, dude, bro. Listen,
And I only wanted the
Bulls.
Bulls to win because I want that 2 seed, but we lost
Hey,
yesterday to the
hey,
Spurs. That made me fucking mad
yeah, I
as
couldn't.
hell.
I didn't. I never saw that coming. You guys losing to the Spurs.
They letting Doug McDermott Doug McDermott look like Fox in the fourth and shit.
And Trey
And
Jones was
and
hooping
and,
too.
and Champagne like almost dropped 30 on us too.
Yeah, I
Like
saw that shit. He had 29.
that's one thing I don't like about like these young teams like at the end of the year because they just have random dudes who just drop crazy shit.
Exactly.
Like
And
Shaden
it's. I
Sharp
think
was
it's.
cooking.
I think it's scarier too, because you don't know. You don't know what you're going against. You don't know what they
You
can
don't know
do.
what to expect. It should be easy win,
Exactly.
but they play hard, especially like the coach Pop. Like he
hmm
wanted dudes playing hard at all times. Like
That's how it was with the Hornets versus the Bulls at the beginning. At the beginning, the Hornets looked like they were actually gonna start doing something, and they had some dudes I never even heard names of hooping, and then come third and fourth quarter, the Bulls just stomped on their neck. But
that's how it was the first game against the Blazers and Kings.
hmm but the Bulls and the Grizzlies, the Bulls were down by 16 at the half, right? And
Hmm.
I don't know if you heard this, but apparently Dylan Brooks was chatting to Zach Levine at the beginning of the third quarter, saying some shit. And the Grizzlies went up by 22, and that's whenever Brooks started talking. After that, the Bulls went on a 27-0 run, 5 steals, which is what happened in that run. Not it just collectively 5 steals, but also 13 straight points for Zach LaVine, and he blew him out by 21. And at the end of the game, I don't know if you saw it, camera, and he said, "I'm a bad motherfucker."
I didn't see that part, but I was watching the game. It was close, and then I think they went up like 24 or 22 in the second. Then they cut it
Yes.
down to a half. I'm like, man, the Bulls ain't even serious for late. I'm like, dude, what the fuck's going on? Because I wanted the Grizzlies to lose. And I'm just like, then they come back, the third.
I'm telling you,
Then
dude.
like it was like at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, they're like up like 12. I'm like, oh shit,
You
that's
hear from a
crazy.
lot of players in the NBA too, but they always say Zach LaVine is one of the most gifted scorers in the league. And I'm telling you, once he gets hot, that dude is one of the hottest dudes in the NBA whenever he's scoring.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That dude is crazy good. That's why every time whenever I'm watching a Bulls game, I'm like, please just give the ball to LaVine in the fourth. Just let him go off. And they did it this game. They let him go off, and he was hooping. And Kobe White,
Facts.
Kobe White, past 10 games, man averaging 17 and 7. That man needs to get the start. This man Pat Bev scored 2 points, but we starting him. Don't understand it.
He played defense, but he ain't there to score.
Hey, Kobe White plays defense too.
I just get as Pat Bev. If they
Shit.
didn't need Pat Bev, they wouldn't have brought him in.
Hey, Pat Bev just runs around, bro. Ain't that right?
Yeah, but he's better at running around than Kobe White.
All right. Now we're gonna go through award predictions. Now I want to hear your coach of the year, and then I'm gonna tell you mine. Now I got
Mike
two.
Brown, easy.
See, my coach of the year. I think honestly, Mike Budenholzer will probably win it, but I did say I think it should be Mike Brown.
Dude, were they back? Bruno's wins like 2 years ago, bro.
I think so, but
They
still,
supposed to be good. Everybody had him a favorite.
that is true.
No, bro. No one thought the Kings would win more than like
It
32
should,
games.
like I said though, it should be Mike Brown.
It
I
is Mike
personally
Brown.
didn't think the Kings were gonna make the playoffs,
Yeah, no,
but
you said the Bulls were gonna be better than the Kings.
hey, hey, if the Bulls keep playing like they're playing this All-Star break, man, Bulls might be conference finals.
They won't, bro. They're in the 10th seed.
Hey,
They can't even
we
beat
t-
the
hey we
top
take on
three.
Celtics.
I don't think
We
they
take
can
on
beat the
Celtics. We
top
got
four
that.
seeds.
We take on Celtics. We got that.
Hell no.
We got the Celtics number.
Yeah, regular season.
Hey, I don't care. You'll see. You'll see playoffs. All right,
If
defensive
y'all
player of the
make it,
year. Who you got for your defensive player of the year?
I don't know. There's too many dudes. Might be either Lopez or Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, I got a toss up between both of those, Brooke Lopez or Jaren Jackson. I think Giannis might be in the mix as well, but I think Brooke Lopez slightly has the edge over him.
Nah, I wouldn't put Giannis up there. He he already had his time. I feel like,
Yeah, it
but I
sucks that
feel
they do
like
that though. If
Lopez
somebody if
because
somebody's
like
still that good, they should might as well put him up there,
I feel like Lopez because
regardless.
like he was never a defender until like recently. Changed up his whole career, his whole
Hmm.
game.
And that man
Look
is
at his brother Robin.
crazy
Like
good at black
he
blocks.
can't do half the stuff Brooke does right now.
Bro, Robin can't do shit, bro. What you mean?
Man,
I saw this man on the Bulls back in 2018 pulling up threes. I was getting scared.
man. Like if he like I don't know like if they work out together, obviously they need to get on whatever Brooke Lopez is on. You know what I mean? Maybe he still be getting playing time. Some.
He probably don't even care anymore, to be honest. He probably just
Yeah,
there.
he just getting a check. Was he on the
Yeah, on the Cavs, I think.
he on the Cavs now?
I think so.
On the Magic? I don't remember, but
I think he's
he's
on the
getting his
Cavs.
bag just to be a little veteran like Haslam.
Yeah, exactly. Who's? I mean, both of us. We don't even really need to name rookie of the year. We know it's Paolo. It's gonna be Paolo.
Hmm.
So sixth man of the year. Who do you got?
Thing is, like none of the six man's been like really standing out like that for me, to be honest.
I think the only. I think I just went with the front runner that is now, which is Malcolm Brogdon. I think
Thing is,
Brogdon will
like
probably win it. I think he's the favorite to win it right now.
Things I don't even know how many games he played for. Like I know he was hurt for a while. I
Yeah,
don't even know like. And then people got quickly, but I feel like he didn't come out till late, like recent like month.
I did see Malik Monk was up there. I did see
Yeah,
that.
I can see him because like he like the soul of the team. Like he didn't play last night. That's why we lost. I feel like because he's one of the second units feeding Sabonis the ball on
Shit,
the pick and rolls.
he can come out and give 30 a night if he wanted to.
Facts. Maybe like 45 off the bench against the Clips. Like come on. But like out
But
of all the dudes, it'd probably be Monk or Brogdon, but probably Brogdon because their team is so good. So
yeah, I mean, I knew once they got Brogdon though, he was probably gonna win it. Like once they got him from the Pacers, I was like, yeah, he probably gonna be sixth man of the year. Especially once they announced he was gonna play the bench role.
hmm
Who's your most improved player? I got one without a doubt.
it's marketing.
Exactly. Dude, that
The dude, the Bulls flopped on him.
exactly, bro.
I
You
saw a
know
thing
why?
just now telling me he made 200 plus threes and 100 dunks. First dude in NBA history to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then the comments say Bulls equal poverty. That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
But
You know
yeah,
the reason.
he's.
You know the reason that he got traded, and because he got traded before Billy Donovan got there. Billy Donovan's
hmm
actually been using Vucevic pretty well, which is what I think they could have done with Markkinen, is use him very similarly. But Jim Boylan in front of Hoiberg ain't know how to use that man. Jim Boylan just sat him in a corner and told Levine to just go ISO like every play. It was
Yeah. If they didn't have Vucevic, they had Markkinen, they'd be way better.
exactly.
Have like a defensive five or something.
Mm-hmm. You just get a defensive center around Markkinen. I mean, that's the same thing that's happening with the Jazz right now. I think Jazz are purposely losing right now. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but like Laurie and Walker Kessler in the backcourt is crazy. That's a good ass duo.
Facts. Like if the Jazz actually wanted to win and then trade like Vando and Beasley, they could probably like Conley, they could probably be like top.
I mean,
They probably for sure be top six, at least 4 or 5.
we could have. I mean, if we wouldn't have traded for Vooch, we would have still had Wendell and I think Otto Porter. They could have traded Otto Porter for somebody else. Kept Wendell.
Man, you already gave dude that bag, right?
Shit, we did. Yeah,
Crazy.
30 mil, 30 mil.
3 mil
30 mil. I think it was 28 mil actually, but
a
still.
year or like a
Yeah,
3 year
it was a
deal?
year. It was a year.
Gave him the Tobias Harris contract type shit.
Hmm.
That's a flop too. The
They,
Sixers doing that crazy.
bro, they saw that man. They saw that man putting up 20 points in 8 games, and they're like, "Oh shit, he averaging 20 in the last 8. Let's give him 28 million." Like, bro, what?
Crazy.
Now, who's your MVP?
I don't know. I see a lot of dudes saying Embiid, but I feel like this dude's bitching about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't really even care for real.
Like,
I thought it
I
was
think
like Jokic and shit like a couple months ago.
I think it's gonna be Embiid. I honestly do think it should be Jokic though, but I
It's
think
gonna be
since
Embiid because people were bitching about
voters fatigue,
yeah.
and then the whole narrative on ESPN, you saw that shit with Kendrick Perkins and then JJ Redick going off on each other.
hmm
That shit just, it's so dumb that, like, if you're the best player in the league, you should get it regardless of voter fatigue. That should not be a thing.
He not the best in the league though, but
Did
to
you
me
see?
Giannis is the best in the league.
Yeah, Giannis is for sure, but
Yeah,
I
he's in
think,
and out
yeah.
on rotation. But they didn't rest him a lot, like mid-season. I was like, oh, you cannot go play against the Spurs,
I
play
will
against
say,
Rockets.
did you see? I think it was Jimmy High Roller's video on the voters.
hmm
Like, there's a legit problem with voters. Like, they literally have personal bias. Like, they come
Back,
from those cities.
back's like, what was it, 2013 when LeBron won MVP?
One of them
The
voted
one
against
dude,
him,
the one dude was a New Yorker who works for
and
the Knicks, and he
yeah,
voted
he
for
voted for
Melo. Like
Melo.
what?
Like, what, dude? Nah, that
Like
shit is
I
crazy.
can't like that shit. You can't let that shit slide. To be honest, like
Exactly. They
that's
stopped
that's
LeBron
that's
from
a
getting a unanimous
that's a whole
MVP.
legacy changer shit.
Unanimous
Like,
MVP. That's what people talk about Steph all the time about is unanimous MVP.
man,
LeBron would have had one.
Brown would have had one. Shaq would have had one.
I think there
But
was a
there's
year.
always this one dude
I think there was a
who's gonna
year that
fuck
they
everything
said
up.
there was a year that Rose won it too. Somebody from Dallas voted Dirk whenever Rose won it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
It's
wasn't
tough.
unanimous or anything, but it showed like certain voters
Like
and
the
stuff.
hometown dudes running for the hometown team.
Yes, yes. Like that's just messed up.
Yeah.
That'd be like, bro, if they're voting this year and then somebody from Chicago decides to vote for DeRozan. Like we all fucking know DeRozan ain't no fucking MVP,
Facts.
especially Melo. Like what?
I mean, he was good, but like everybody knew LeBron was the best player in the league and the
Exactly.
MVP.
Melo was top 10, but you can be top 10, you're not MVP.
Facts. Like Giannis the best player in the league. No one's thinking he's gonna win MVP this year.
Exactly. All right. Now I got a little game for you. It's called Play-In Playoff for Title, right?
Hmm.
And now you could also say that you don't see them being in the playoffs or play-in at all. The New York Knicks. Do you think they're first round exits or you think they're title contenders?
It's either that, or like either those two.
Well, you could do first round, second round, or title contenders.
Yeah, I can see him losing like the second round.
Who are they
Who
playing?
they
First
would
round?
be the Cavs 4-5,
I think it is the Cavs. That's gonna be a crazy
and that
matchup.
I see the Cavs winning that.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's gonna be a good ass series though.
Yeah, it would. I can see the Cavs in like six,
Now the
maybe
Nets.
maybe seven.
Yeah, I could see him in. I could see it going to 7, but I think 6 would be more realistic with the Cavs,
Mm,
especially Donovan Mitchell. Uh, Now the Nets. You think Nets make it out first round?
no,
I don't either.
they
I
don't
think it's
got
a.
the continuity. Like McCallum, like a month and a half there,
Mhm.
and then like I'm looking like they play the Sixers. That dude with
Yeah,
body
exactly,
Claxton.
exactly. I think in the future the Nets are going to be pretty good, but right now I only see it going like maybe 5 games.
The thing is like the Nets they gotta be good because they don't even own their picks really.
Hmm
So I don't even know.
I see it possibly going like 5 games. That's that's the furthest I see it going.
Nah, I can see a sweep easily because they just gonna let Embiid do what he want.
Yeah, I'm saying possible 5. Like
Nah, bro.
shit, you never know.
If
With Harden in the playoffs,
if he goes five, something's wrong.
if
That
it
should
goes
be an easy
5, if
sweep.
it goes 5, I guarantee you it's because of a night of Harden. I'm
Nah,
telling you.
if it goes five, it's because Embiid ain't really show up for real. I feel like because none of them can hurt Embiid.
True.
Like Harden, he can do what he can do enough to get out the first round. But like when they play like the Bucks or the Celtics, you gotta be good every night.
That is true. Now the Cavs. We just talked about them. You see them making it past the second round, or you see
Yeah. Who they play?
they play the
They played
Knicks first round.
Boston in the second round.
They
They was
play
to
yeah
make
they
it.
play Boston. Yep.
Shit, I can see them maybe possible upset
Yeah, I could too. Honestly,
because like Mobley and Allen,
that whole
that's
core is
tough.
crazy, and they got Levert as well.
Like if the Cavs do win, it's probably gonna be like in seven if they were to
Hmm
win. Maybe six on some lucky shit, but it'd be good series.
Now, of course, I gotta put these guys up here. The Bulls. You see them making it to the playoffs or getting bounced out the play-in? Because I
Probably
don't.
losing the play-in.
You think they lose play-in?
Cause I don't think they can beat the Heat, and
Uh,
then maybe the Hawks. I don't
I
know.
think I think possibly if they stay where they're at, what the road would be is they'd be playing the Raptors first game. I think they could beat the Raptors, but then it'd really be depending on the Hawks or the Heat the next game. Whoever loses that. If we face Hawks, I'm confident. If we face Heat, it's gonna be way harder.
If you face the Heat, Jimmy ain't gonna let them lose
Nah,
on the play-in.
exactly.
Probably.
Jimmy gonna hoop, but I'd really like for us to get to an 8th or 7th seed because I don't want to face the Bucks first round.
I feel like either way you lose in like five.
Shit, I'd rather face the Celtics over the Bucks. I'm telling you. Could realistically win, but it's more competitive. You think Vooch on
Mm-hmm.
Giannis? Shit,
Bruce on Giannis.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Brooke?
I mean, either way, I feel like you're about to get dubs. So I don't know.
Alright, the Clippers. Think they make it past the first round or not?
I mean, right now they about to play the Suns.
Hmm.
If PG ain't playing, they probably not winning. They probably go six because of Kawhi,
Yeah,
maybe five. But
yeah.
if
I don't
PG ain't
know.
there, first round, that shit ain't gonna look good.
That Suns team's scary. How about the Lakers?
I
Think
don't know.
Lakers get bounced out playing, make the playoff or what?
I mean, they're 7 seed. They could probably make the. If they stay 7 seed, they'll probably make the playoffs. But
That means they'd be facing the Nuggets first round. If they win game one, they'd face what is it? The
Memphis,
Yeah, Memphis, and then shit. I don't think they stack up well against either. To be honest, Nuggets or Memphis. Probably Memphis easier because Memphis is a younger team.
yeah, they could probably beat
Shit, I
Memphis, but
I want the Memphis matchup just for Shannon Sharp on the sideline.
shit, either that or like Golden State would be tough against
Hmm.
Memphis.
I think I think Memphis is a good team, but just like you saw last night, man, they have a tendency to do more talking than playing.
Plus, their half court offense isn't that good.
They all fast break.
Facts.
Now the Phoenix Suns, they're title contenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's gonna be the team to beat out
Like
west.
KD and Booker, bro, they got enough firepower to compete with anybody.
I'm pretty sure they're undefeated when KD is like playing with them.
Yeah, so they're 6-0.
Hmm. That's insane.
Like if KD and Book drop 30, or at least like
Ooh,
25 to 30 every night, you're not gonna win the series at least.
exactly, because you still got Aiden. Ooh, Aiden can still get you like 16, 17 a night, and you got Chris Paul. Chris
Chris Paul
Paul's a
just
good
getting
playmaker.
he gonna get 20 assists a game in the
Hmm.
playoffs with that shit.
Exactly, and not to mention you got players like Landry Shamet and Josh Okogie who have shown that they can shoot threes pretty well. All they got to do is
Yeah.
sit in a corner and hit the open three occasionally.
Uh,
Like that team is crazy.
Facts.
All right, what about the Kings? Personal bias aside, because I put the bias aside for the Bulls. Personal bias aside,
I can see him winning a first round series. Maybe it depends who they play. Like they could possibly beat Golden State
yeah.
and the
I think
Clippers without what's his name? PG.
I think Clippers or the Warriors would be the best matchup for them.
Like out of those teams right now, probably play the Clippers
Hmm. Especially
because
without PG.
they said Wiggins coming back. So I don't even want to see that shit.
Yeah.
But they're not even good on the road. But I don't even know for real. But I can see him win the first round in like six, maybe seven on the
Hmm.
matchups. Then they're probably gonna lose second round unless they play the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
I
the
can see him.
Grizzlies.
I can
Yeah,
see him maybe being the Grizzlies.
they wouldn't play the Grizzlies though. They'd be playing because. Oh wait, would they be
No, they
playing?
would. They
They
would.
would.
Yeah, because Denver would play the 4 seed or the lowest
I'll
seed.
tell you if they play the Grizzlies, that's gonna be some high scoring games right there. High scoring.
Facts. It could be.
If they do play the Grizzlies, I think there is a legit shot. But
Yeah,
if they play the Suns or the or the Nuggets or any team like that, I don't know. That's gonna be tough.
bro. I feel like we could beat the Nuggets. Like you look at all the games, they'd be close.
If they do.
Like Jokic and
I mean, but
Sabonis,
it's the
they
same
could
way
do
you
their
just
thing.
said with the Bulls, though.
Yeah,
Every time Bulls play Celtics, Bulls constantly fucking up the Celtics.
I feel like the Celtics is more scary though. Like when you have like, I feel like when you have like good ass perimeter players, it's different than just like a good ass center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends, but
If Levine keeps playing like he is now, though, it's gonna be competitive. Whatever team we go against, we ain't gonna win, but it's gonna be competitive.
I don't know. Because the thing is, like, I only
Oh,
say that for the Kings because like the offense is like no one's stopping the offense
true.
on the Nuggets, and like MPJ, he not really stopping no one. Jamal Murray
Hmm.
ain't.
Yeah.
Like
Whatever team the Kings go against, though, I will say it's just gonna be an offensive showcase.
that's like the only reason we lose a series is because if we don't like play defense. That's it.
Hmm.
Like
Y'all play defense
if
maybe
we
3 minutes a
play
game.
good enough defense, I feel like we can beat anybody in the West.
Yeah, y'all play defense 3 minutes a game.
Facts. They top 10 in the fourth quarter though.
Yeah, that's the 3 minutes they play.
Nah, that's 12.
Nah, bro, it's
Disrespecting
three.
us.
It's three. Trust, it's three. It's just in three. They playing lockdown D. The rest, nah.
They're playing good enough. Good enough defense.
But I don't think enough people are putting respect on Levine. I know it's a little bit biased, but averaging 31 since the All Star break, and our team's way
Because the
over
team is
500
shit.
since then.
Yeah, but they're still below 500 though.
Yeah, I know. Is that first half we were horrible?
It's like Fox. Like last year, post All Star break, and the year before that, he averaged like 29 and like 10. But team is ass. Like people didn't care.
Yeah. But were they winning post All Star break? With them doing that?
They was around like 500 though.
Oh, well,
But the
yeah, I
like the
can see
overall
that.
record is not good, so people don't even care.
Yeah, that is something that I think is wrong. Though.
Like
I
if
think
the
a lot of
Bulls
people
was
should see that.
500, like at All Star break, and then they went on the run, I feel like he get talked about more. But they're still two
Yeah, he
games
would be.
below, so people don't even care for real.
Because right now he's showcasing that he can be a franchise player. But with that being said, what do you see the Pelicans being since Zion's coming back?
If you don't guarantee he come back,
That is true.
that's just a reevaluation. We gonna say another 2 weeks.
I think he'll end up coming back though.
I feel like if Zion plays, they lose in the first round no matter what.
Because
He ain't
he's gonna
play
be
enough.
rusty too.
The team ain't used to him playing for like the last couple months.
When he was
Like
playing though, they were good as fuck.
facts. Like if they get the fifth seed, the Phoenix Pelicans,
Oh, dude,
maybe
that'd be tough.
o-
That'd be tough to watch.
only because they got bodies who can like guard KD who are long,
Hmm.
possibly, and if Zion's like decent, maybe. But
So I, I'd
they get bounced first round guaranteed. I feel like.
I'd love to see that matchup with Zion against us. Last time, dude did a whole fucking windmill dunk on him.
Yeah.
All right, my last team I want to talk about. You think the Mavericks make the play-in?
I guess still possible because they game behind OKC. I don't know if OKC for real like want to be in a play or get better odds at a better pick, but I don't know.
I think they probably make the play-in. I don't think they make the playoffs.
Like the Kings play them was it Wednesday? Thing is like they play the Pelicans and the Dallas. Like we could easily not easy, but we can win both those games. So I don't even know. Like if we beat them, they might fuck around and say fuck it. Cause I saw today
Hmm.
they said Mavericks are considering sitting Kyrie and Luca because
Damn.
right now they're at number 10 and they could possibly move up. So that could be the move instead of like try to make the play and then maybe not even make it or lose first round.
Exactly.
I mean, but I feel like they're probably not gonna make it.
Now that team is constructed so horribly.
To me, the only way they make it if OKC don't want to make it. That's it.
Hmm. But with they're gonna make it.
Shit, if he wants to play, if he wants to go, not even if he wants to play, if they play him, then they probably will be in the spot.
That dude Shea is so good.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's about all. Honestly, I think that's about all we need to talk about. else you
a
wanna
lot of
mention?
the first round matchups though. That's my CTV. I ain't gonna lie.
It really is.
Like if like Kings Warriors, I feel like get a lot of rings because that's an offensive show every
Hmm.
night. And then like Memphis Clippers, maybe I feel like it won't be as big if PG ain't playing.
It
And
might be
like,
more big now due to the fact that you know, Westbrook had that big game against him.
mhm. But I could see Golden State getting the fifth seed though, because Clippers they've been not looking good. And then play the Lakers and like somebody else who's I think tough.
Yeah,
So Golden State could be fifth seed, and then
dude,
like
that
it might be
matchup would be
tough. Golden
crazy.
State, Phoenix with KD
Golden
going back
State
to the
Phoenix would
Bay,
be wild, and with
like
Wiggins
that,
coming
like
back,
that shit could be a toss up. But I still think Phoenix would beat them. And then Philadelphia, Cleveland's decent. Not Philadelphia, Cleveland. Cleveland, the Knicks, decent.
hmm
I feel like the West playing teams is good. Like Golden
yeah,
State, not Golden State, the Lakers and the Pelicans. That could be a decent game. And then Minnesota, then Dallas or OKC.
I think the only good playing team on the East right now, besides the Heat, obviously, is the Bulls, just because of what they've been lately. But if they
To
don't
me,
play like they've been lately,
to me,
then nah,
the playing games in the East don't compare to the ones in the West. I feel like
they really don't. You got like two solid teams versus two teams that should be solid, but they aren't.
shit. You maybe go three solid teams.
Yeah, the Hawks.
Nah, I'm talking about the West.
Oh,
I
I thought you
feel
were talking
like
about the
in
East.
the East, it's only one team. It's just the Heat, for real.
Hmm.
To me, at least. Everyone else,
I
I
will
ain't
say
trying to see that.
If the Bulls keep playing like they've been playing, though, they could be pretty good. I don't know if I see the Bulls losing another game at the end of the season, though. I think they got what 4 games left. Did they
Who they
play?
play? Let me see.
Let me check. I know they play the Pistons one of the games.
Pistons,
Maybe
Atlanta,
the Bucks.
Dallas,
The Bucks.
Milwaukee.
They'll probably lose to Milwaukee.
I can
That could
see
be a
him
first
losing
round
to.
showcase.
I can see him losing to
Realistically,
Atlanta and maybe Dallas.
no, we always do really good against Atlanta.
I don't
Now
know.
Dallas is a toss up because you don't. I mean, if they do decide they're going to shut down, you know, their players.
Facts.
I
If
will
they
say
shut down the player, that should be easy. But
I don't see us beating the Bucks though. Not even just because it's the Bucks, but because we play that off of a back to back.
yeah, that's that no matter what. I feel like. But
Hmm.
unless they play how they did against the Celtics, where they resting dudes, but probably not.
Shit. You got anything else you want to talk about?
That's all I have right now.
All right. Well, this is a good ass podcast. We'll be back on Friday then.